Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Let's roll with that flavor. We are coming on a little bit sooner than expected because Bitcoin is approaching a very important point in the chart, ladies and gentlemen. Mad love and respect for all you beautiful people passing through to today's live. Got nothing but love for you all, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to try and make sense of what is to come with Bitcoin very soon. Okay, now remember, I don't normally go live until about 2 p.m. UK time GMT. So the reason I'm coming on now is because we might see some very interesting behavior with Bitcoin. We're going to navigate the markets just to establish exactly what the sentiment is across the board. So listen, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe, hit that little bell in the corner. Whether it works or not is another story, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to try and bring the fire about what Bitcoin can do next. So, mad love and respect, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to have a conversation. All right, then, here we go. Let me kill the music. Let's make sense of what is happening in the charts, ladies and gentlemen. So, Bitcoin, as it stands right now, seems to be doing a very good job in and around this 800 EMA. It's like they want to break higher towards the psychological ranges. Okay? They've done a good job of holding the psychological low. Okay, now we know tomorrow is a very important day for the options market. Why? Because there's $1.9 billion worth of options expiring tomorrow. We know that if Bitcoin stays below 39,000 on the nose, then traders, or should I say option traders, will get a share of $350 million worth of profit. Okay, now listen. What's important is this. We need to try and understand how likely Bitcoin is going to try and contain the 39 zone. Because if it goes up above 39 and finishes at around 41, for example, then retail is going to lose approximately 30 million. So that's where most of the liquidations or the closes would happen if it gets above 41K. All right? Now, if Bitcoin does go down towards 39, even 1 cent below 39, then they are going to release a bag of liquidity to the retail trader. And this is what was the purpose of last night's video, or should I say last night's stream, was whether or not we would see Bitcoin move away from the 39 to avoid retail getting that payment of $350 million. What a mad story, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is the zone that Bitcoin needs to break, okay, to stay above 39 clearly. Okay, now this is on the 15-minute time frame. If I roll over to the 1 hour time frame, we're going to have a little bit of a clearer picture on what we can expect with Bitcoin right now. So today is the day. It's midweek reversal. Okay, we understand that Bitcoin likes to do something on a Thursday. All right, things across the board are getting quite interesting given the fact that the dollar yen itself has actually mooned out to 130 and talks of it going up to 150. That's a big problem for the Japanese yen. Massive problem. We also have, ladies and gentlemen, some news announcements coming out. Or it's already come out, actually. GDP growth. Okay, forecast was this was previous. So we haven't had that just yet. It's coming out in 15 minutes. Whether or not the information is good for yen, dollar yen or not, okay, I believe that the strength may still be present in this currency pair. Okay, going back into Bitcoin itself, we're going to try and make sense of the orders in the order book itself. So here we are. Let's pull that up right now. Here's the book map. What do we see? Okay, so still waiting for some more data to come into the actual chart itself. I'm going to zoom out ever so slightly. This is book map for Bitcoin across 5 exchanges. And we can see that there's a lot of liquidity in and around this zone. We've had a lot of big delta right here, which would explain this stop hunt that happened earlier on the 1 hour time frame, coming back in towards the blue vector candle range right here. So it will be consistent with the move up because we want to see a rise, a retrace, and then a continuation to the upside. But Bitcoin must break the psychological high with conviction. We need that conviction. Okay, we've had the conviction of the psychological low. They've moved away from that point. The retrace is always going to be expected, which will tell you the proof of the move. This is what I mean by proof of the move. The rise, the retrace, the continuation out. Okay, Now, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, whatever Bitcoin does now until the 29th of April, which will be, of course, tomorrow, and it's 8 a.m. UTC that I believe the options market will expire. It's very important. If the market maker or liquidity providers are going to be giving money away, then they will send price all the way down below 39. And even if they do that, in today's session, we still have a long time in terms of price action for the options to expire and still finish above 39. Okay, remember, they only need to finish above 39 to not allow the retail traders to get access to that 350 million, and they can only need to close below 39 by 1 cent for it to release that liquidity for Mr. Retail Trader. Okay, looking at Bitcoin in this area here, you can see we've got the liquidity for them to come back up into in this zone. We need to make sense of what is in this area. So let's go to the high block itself. Now you can see we've got a lot of liquidations for shorts in the zone. Remember, guys, as I said to you last night, okay, if they're going to try and shy away from that 39 zone, all right, and avoid allowing $350 million worth of profit to retail, then you can bet the house that they're going to be trying to look towards these pools of liquidity. They've got every reason to try and move price up, because that is where the liquidations for the shorts are in this current range, between 41 and, of course, 39 in itself. This zone itself, in my opinion, has been the development and anticipation for the options expiry. So we could get some big volatility coming into the options expiry itself, ladies and gentlemen. You know, 1.9 billion is a lot of money, okay? How is that distributed across the board is irrelevant, but market makers have access to that liquidity if they do keep price above 39k, okay? Who's in the room with me, ladies and gentlemen? How many of you have passed in through to today's live? It is a little bit early for my guys in the States, so mad love and respect for passing through, ladies and gentlemen. Who we got in the room today? LA, Serbin, how you doing, my man? Moon Boy's in the room, Peak Formation, Angel, who else we got? Ryan Mack, Thad, what's happening, my friend? Peshaw, Justin, Mr. Dutch, are you in the room? Of course you're in the room. Crypto Mojo, what is happening? Pedro, my guy, what's good, my friend? Bella B, Whisperer, mad love to all the pattern watchers residing in the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Elon trying to buy McDonald's now, yeah? What's up, Pancho? Wicked. Mad love from Atlanta in the room, ladies and gentlemen. Where we at, ladies and gentlemen? How many of you in the room around the world? What we got? Philippines, Louisiana, what's happening? Love from India. 4 hour 50 EMA. Yep. 4 hour 50 EMA is quite an interesting point, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the deciding factor as to whether or not Bitcoin does break higher. And if we can break higher, the liquidity is there for them to take. Okay? This, ladies and gentlemen, is all about those options. I'm telling you now. Abu Dhabi, what's good? Harry, how you doing, my man? What is good? EU7545, what's happening? Mike, you know what? I love addressing everybody in this room, man. Wicked, wicked. Look at the love, the flavour. Leeds, Spain, Australia, Marbella, what's happening? New Zealand, what's good? What's good? Wicked. South Carolina, Greece, my days. We've got love all over the world. Mad love and respect to all you beautiful people. All right then, cool. So let's just understand what we need to see. I'm just waiting for this book map to just populate. The orders, it's still doing its work. And you can see that they're trying to hold this VWAP right here on the bigger time for on the actual on the book, the multi-book of bookmap. Looking at Bitcoin futures on Binance itself. We're just going to wait for that to populate right here. Still waiting for the data to come in. Okay, so there's a bag of liquidity above. Lots of liquidity above. Not much happening towards the downside. Yesterday was the same situation. How they had come towards the VWAP itself, bounced away from it, and then, of course, they initiate the stop hunt low, and then they came straight back up, ladies and gentlemen. Classic New York price action. Okay, so this is what we're waiting for. Although New York starts in 40 minutes time, ladies and gentlemen, I want to try and give you the orders, not the orders, the liquidity on where we are likely to see Bitcoin make its way towards. Okay, some longs have been liquidated in this zone just below the VWAP on the book map itself. So this could be a start of hitting the longs. But if they do want to bring price high, I mean, look at that liquidity right there, ladies and gentlemen. Cool, collected, compressed orders in this area here. We want to see more deltas happening at the lower side side of price. You don't want to see the delta increasing on the upper side of price. When delta is increasing as price is rising to the upside and they've already made a move higher, that is Mr. Market Maker preparing his shorts in anticipation to reverse price back down. Remember, there's delta across the board. All right, you've got options delta, you've got all sorts of delta, but the delta in this principle is based on the net of buys and sells at a particular point in time. And I promise you, when you start looking into delta, whether you use Exo charts or whatever platform you do decide to use, you will find that when the delta is negative and price is dropping, okay, the higher the percentage of delta to the downside is an indication that there's more sales coming in. But the reason that's happening is because they're working the bids. And when they're working the bids, it means people are selling, but the guys who are behind that are the buyers. You can only sell when someone buys. And that's why you always see whenever a delta is hitting fast to the downside and it's increasing in terms of percentage, that's usually where you see the reversal happen. Likewise for delta to the upside. I mean, look at this here. Two big delta bubbles right here. That's where it reverses. Okay? Now, as you can see up here, ladies and gentlemen, lots of liquidity, just shy of about 1,000 Bitcoin in this zone. In my opinion, Bitcoin needs to break up into this area right here, ladies and gentlemen, so that we are cool with the idea that tomorrow at 8 a.m. UTC, the options market is going to be screaming. All right. Short traders right now are going to have a little bit of a difficult time with Bitcoin if Bitcoin does break above the 50 EMA on the 4-hour time frame, which is the 200 EMA on the 1-hour time frame, ladies and gentlemen. And we've got every reason to believe that they could do that. At the same time, anything can happen. Just look what happened yesterday. Okay, they can just obliterate the range. There's no liquidity hardly down here, ladies and gentlemen, in comparison to what is up here. This is where everyone's going to be selling from because this is where the book is already imbalanced from. The book is imbalanced to favor limit sales to move price higher. They're activating the ask by lifting price. The more you see the ask price being risen, it means that that is where Mr. Market Maker is selling at a premium. He's selling into the strength of making retail believe it's now time to move higher. Okay, now listen, of course, when you're looking to trade volatility, there is really no bias to direction. You just want movement. If Bitcoin's going to move higher, it's going to move higher, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to start happening, man. I believe it's going to start happening very shortly. If Bitcoin can break this zone, let's get our order book up. Can we see that liquidity coming in? Please, please let me know if I'm speaking too fast so that I can give you a quick reminder to listen quicker, ladies and gentlemen, because we are here right now trying to make sense of price action in real time, because what I am doing is speaking into speculation. And I think you guys should do the same thing as well. Why? Because it brings out more conviction. It helps you understand where you are, because if you sit in silence, there's not just talk of trading in your mind. There's probably talk of, man, I need to go buy myself some bread. I need to go take the rubbish out. What time's she coming home? Oh man, I can't be doing with that. I need to reverse the car because my guy next door is being a problem. Okay? When you speak into speculation, you are voicing out your understanding of what's going on in real time. That way you're maintaining focus. You might sound crazy when you're talking to the charts, ladies and gentlemen, but what happened in the pits? What do you think they do in the stock market? Back in the day when they were trading the pits, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Let's do it right now. Pit traders, what do they look like? Look at this. Here we go. Come on. Pit traders, Google. Come on, get it up. Come on. There we go. Let's get some images. All right. Just to make sense for you, for pit traders. You think they're... Look at these guys. Look at these mad heads. Do you think these guys are sitting in quiet? You think they're being quiet? They're shouting at each other. You know, buy this, you know, quarter this, cents, all sorts is happening in this area. And this is the same behavior that you want to get into when you're looking in the charts. You might sound a bit crazy in your household, but are you traders or what? Holders might not have that issue. They may not need to be worrying about talking like this, but this is what it is to be a trader, ladies and gentlemen, to regurgitate the information, all right, to understand what is going on. Bitcoin seems to be holding this 200 EMA. We're talking about the behavior of price. What do we need to see? Continuously firing thoughts in our minds to understand the price action. So then that way, when we're talking into speculation, we are not going to miss anything. Okay, if Bitcoin keeps on moving higher, we want to see that liquidity at 349 right there, 39,800, 350 Bitcoin keeps on going in and out in this order right here. Are they going to flush into that zone? Can we make sense of the liquidation points in this zone right here? The biggest pool side of liquidity right here is in this zone right there, which we could see about 55, 68. What else have we got here? Any more pools of liquidity? 82. All right, so we got about, I'd say about $200-300 million worth of liquidations in shorts to the upside, which we can only assume that they are going to try and come towards that point, ladies and gentlemen. And New York ain't even fully open right now. That's what I'm saying, okay? But listen, not to be a killjoy, we know New York is famous for the stop hunts. So if they do run to the upside liquidity and start taking out these previous vector candles right here, ladies and gentlemen, we have to wait till the Brinks finalizes. And when the Brinks box finalizes, that is where we will know where we stand. Don't get me wrong, guys. I want Bitcoin to move higher because it's happy days to everyone if Bitcoin does move higher. But we have to make out and understand the truth of the game. And the truth is, it goes up and it goes down, and you need to be cool with that. Okay? You have to work out where you are in your trading if you're going to be brave enough to take a play. Are you going to take a play in this zone on the idea that Bitcoin's going to break higher? Make the commitment. Be responsible for your trading. Okay? The liquidity is present. Please be quiet, man. I've got this guy on my wrist. He keeps on interrupting me. It's like Steve getting involved right now. You know? And of course, we're going to probably get a phone call from Steve later on, ladies and gentlemen. So once we do get that call from Steve, we'll have an understanding of what we can expect from Bitcoin. Okay? Seems like they're struggling around this 39,800 zone. Where is the nearest pool of liquidity? I need to pull that up right now and have a look at what we've got in this zone. So we've already hit some liquidation. So 66 million right there. We've had 82 million in this zone right here. We've also had 55 million. The nearest side is 39,899. All right, there's $68 million worth of shorts at 25x in that zone. That will be the nearest biggest side of liquidity nearby. Okay, we've also got 61 million at 40k. Now, the principle of whole and half numbers is this, ladies and gentlemen. If there is a whole number nearby, the principle says that price would usually magnetize towards that point because that is where institutional traders place orders. That is where Mr. Market Maker knows he can get a good fill. Highlight the key whole numbers in your charts, ladies and gentlemen. Do that now. Pull up the 40k range. Go back and have a look at the behavior of the vectors around that zone. Big push down to get some longs filled at lower prices. The principle would say if they've got trades in this zone, they're going to run through this area, trigger the short liquidations, use the liquidity from those shorts, and then fill their own orders of shorts higher up whilst taking profits, selling into the retail trader who buys as price is rising. You want to get involved in times of balance, not imbalance. You do not want to be getting, if you're going to trade the market maker way, you trade in line with what they do. Okay, so you pull up smaller time frames and look for points in the chart where there is a balance. This is a balance right here. Patrons of the channel, you know what the story is right now with this current play. Okay, but you can see there is a balance. Okay, the idea is that you're going to get ready for volatility. And this is a little bit of a riskier way of trading, ladies and gentlemen. But guess what? Trading is risky, full stop, man. And the sooner you get that in your mind, the more you're going to be inclined and have more of a practice to managing your risk as opposed to worrying about how much money you can make on a trade. Okay? A gambler will tell you how much he can make. A trader will tell you how much he can lose. Simple. Your goal is to protect your capital. Let the market deliver you the gains. Once you get the gains, pay yourself. Repeat. Rinse, repeat. Because that's all you need to do. Okay? That is all you need to do in this whole game of trading, ladies and gentlemen. Do I have your attention, boys and girls? Do I have your attention? Who's in the room with me right now? How many of you are here? 1,100 of you showing mad love. 376 of you like the stream. Where's the love, boys? Where's the love? Where's it at? Yes, they may be on the shorts, my friend. They may be on the shorts, but are they getting ready yet? Are they going to get ready to release the shorts? We want to see some more volatility coming into the chart to verify that. Because what they can do is they can run towards this liquidity right here. Okay? They can run towards it. Then we'll have more information about whether it's going to be a stop hunt. Remember, we're going into stop hunt territory. News plays coming out very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Dollar Yen's going to be releasing some news information right now. Here we go. We've got to be careful. News coming out in less than 1 minute, guys. Yep, 1 minute. Here we go. News is out for Dollar Yen. Has it been updated just yet? What's the GDP growth rate? Let's see that. Oops, here we go. Got some activity. Bitcoin might move up from this point. If the news is bad, let's see. Dollar yen coming down. Dollar yen coming down. Principally, we should see Bitcoin moving up. Look, a sharp move by yen. Sharp move by yen. Bitcoin ain't moving yet. What's gold doing? Gold sharply moving up. Be careful with dollar yen though, man, because it could just be a quick profit-taking move. Quick profit-taking, not actually broken, no structure. So there's no concern with this play right now, ladies and gentlemen. No concern with it. How are we doing for the Nasdaq itself? Where's Nasdaq? Still sitting on a long in the on the S&P 500, still waiting for that to come into play. Okay, then dollar yen seems to be holding after the news announcement. Usually you get that situation. Let's have a look at the government yields right now. Government yields are moving higher as well. Okay, cool. So we've had a little bit of a pullback for the news announcements. 10-year, same story right there. Let's just have a look at the dollar index for example, because my guy wants me to look at that. Dollar index pulling back down, range daily high hit for dollar index as well. What's crude saying? Let's have a look at crude. Crude still consolidating. We could see another move up by crude oil. That could be a little bit of a problem for Bitcoin, but I'm hoping that we can see a little bit more of a consolidation so that Bitcoin can actually move up. What's Bitcoin doing? Still pulling back. Green vector candle holding the range right there, ladies and gentlemen. Liquidity coming in. Pull back. There it is. Green delta coming in. We've got some movement, ladies and gentlemen. Psychological high needs to be clean, broken for us to verify that they're going to break out 40k. That's where we are right here on the book map, ladies and gentlemen. So no cigars just yet. We want to see that commitment coming into the chart. Price is still above the 5 and 13 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Bear with me if you are brand new to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to subscribe so you can tune into this madness, so that you can watch it back again and maybe reduce the speed of me talking at this rate. I know people actually listen to the streams with me on, I think it's 1.5 or 1.7, and I sound like a right mad job. But anyway, that's another story. Here we go. We've got the liquidity coming in right now. They seem to be holding this 346 Bitcoin in this zone. A clean flush out into this area to test commitment over here will be another good opportunity. So here we go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's that move right there. They've absorbed that liquidity. Bang. Happy days. Still not out the woods yet. We need 40k, ladies and gentlemen. Big delta coming in. So now they're stepping in. The liquidity now should be coming in at this point. We're going to be testing the commitment of the short of the sellers up here. So we want to see if the liquidity is going to run through to the upside. Psychological high in sight, ladies and gentlemen. That is a good situation. Green vector candle right there. That's a good story for us right now, boys and girls. This is what it is, man. This is... Why do I keep saying boys and girls, man? What the hell's going on with that? Anyways... I've got to go get my daughter, of course. Okay, no, we're good for time. We are good for time. We are good for time. I haven't got to worry about time. So we're going to sit through this price action, ladies and gentlemen. It is pretty interesting. We've had the first push up from this range. That's good news, okay? Now we're waiting for information. They've broken above the 800 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. We need the 200 EMA on the hourly to be cleanly broken so that we can convict that we could see higher price action. Short traders have got a big problem, especially option traders, because Bitcoin just doesn't look like it wants to stop in this zone. But remember, we've got New York starting at 2 p.m. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit of a problem for us. We've had some volatility since the news announcements. Dollar yen going down at the 130, 43 zone. So we need to wait and see what happens here. Remember the idea of delta as well. So they're starting the move to the upside. 39,817. Have they hit that liquidation right there, ladies and gentlemen? 12:27. It's 3 minutes out. So I need to refresh the chart. Let me see if we can actually get that done right now whilst that's happening. So 200 EMA, psychological high. Listen, when price is in and around this range right here, ladies and gentlemen, okay, this is where they had built positions and moved away from the zone. So we are in a very important zone for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does do what it needs to do, we should see Bitcoin break out towards the psychological high and take that 40k number, and then we will have more information about the move. If they do break above psychological high going into the 40,200 zone, we will then be in a good position to test the idea of the retrace back into the 200 EMA. If we don't get that break above 40, then we're going to have a problem, because 40k seems to be a big issue for Bitcoin lately. Okay, where's the liquidity at? Here we go. So the nearest pool, right, 39,817. No, it's 39,899. Okay, so let's mark that off. 39,899 will take us into this zone right here. Look at that. Ever so slightly in that range. I'm going to mark it off right there. This is the liquidity that we want. Let me change that so we can get that up to 8, 9. Happy days. Get rid of this. Cool. Wonderful. We know there's about $50-60 million worth of short liquidations right there. They're showing the behavior that they do want higher prices. We're just going to wait for that confirmation. Look how they rejected the VWAP right there. That's a good sign. They've just absorbed 300 Bitcoin, 356 Bitcoin, and they're still planting Bitcoin in this zone. You've got 121 Bitcoin orders there. This is individual Bitcoins right here. Okay, but I'm not seeing the darker liquidity. All right, so that's a little bit of a concern for me. So we need to keep an eye out on what is going on. Okay, my days, I need to take a breath, ladies and gentlemen. I need to take a breath. This is absolutely madness. All right. Mad time, font, leave. Oh, just out of interest. Let's just hold on a second. Let's just go over to, see, look at that. Delta, move up, snap back down. Ethereum, let's have a look at Ethereum. How's Ethereum doing? Ethereum will always do better. Here we go. This is where you get information, man. Look, testing the psychological low. Moved away from the 50 EMA. 1 hour time frame. You want the 5 and 13 EMA to close and be trading above the 50 EMA and expanding. So this is a turning point for Ethereum. This is good news, okay? If they come down into this zone and move away from it, happy days. Even if they come back down to test the daily open, ladies and gentlemen, that'll still be good for Ethereum because they're still within this structure, okay? There's more happening behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin's going to be the reason why everything moves up right now, as long as they can maintain price action in this zone. We know the liquidity is nearby, all right? 2 p.m. UK time is when we're going to see the difference of Bitcoin's move. As I said, if it can break this zone, we are going to then witness the stop hunt play, okay? The stop hunt, however long it's going to take, okay? We know the liquidity is nearby towards, at top side, we have got 40,654. So they would absorb 82, 66, 52, 84, 61, 57, and then we've got 82 and of course 68 right there. So we got just shy of about $400 billion worth of liquidation, not million, sorry, yeah, of liquidations of shorts to the upside. Okay, so we just need to sit tight with this. All right, we're waiting for that liquidity to come in. New York hasn't fully opened yet. It's pre-market plays, so we're going to wait and see what they actually do. Dollar yen coming back up after the news announcements. That's okay, but really I want dollar yen to drop down so Bitcoin can move up. But Bitcoin is doing a good job of holding this range, ladies and gentlemen. So when Bitcoin decides to do its own thing, happy days to the upside. That's what we're looking for. Test of the VWAP itself. We could see like a potential W formation happening in here. I want to see less negative. Well, ideally, if we do see some negative deltas right here, it would mean that they're trying to go long at the highest point at the lowest range. All right. So if we want to see some more commitment, wait for the order book to get some more orders in. You can see 225, 115, 183, 236, 161. These are all the orders stacked in between the 40,300 and the 40,000 zone. Remember what we said, whole and half numbers. It's an impressionable point in the chart. They're probably waiting for New York before they try and make a run through towards the 40. But listen, one stream not so long ago, right? Let me bring up the chart and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Not so long ago, ladies and gentlemen, it was this time last week, okay? Bitcoin had this massive liquidity right here. 1,100 Bitcoin orders, okay? They came up once, they didn't take it. They came down. They then tested up and came up towards it one more time and they didn't take it. And it was one block. It wasn't like what we see right now, ladies and gentlemen, okay? But one order of 1,100 Bitcoin in this area right here, and they didn't take it, okay? So we just always have to have in the back of our minds, yes, there's liquidity up here. Yes, we want the whole number to be taken, okay? But we want to see that commitment to break above, because if they can break above, then we're going to see New York stop hunt territory where they may wick price to the upside, potentially pull it back down to test into the psychological high and, of course, the 200 EMA. Are we all on the same page, ladies and gentlemen? Are we all on the same page? Do I have your attention? Go pick up your daughter, then drive back quick before 2 p.m. what book about trading and psychology should I read? In my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, the book that you should read is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, okay? Go check it out on Amazon, because Mark Douglas will teach you the understanding of why you need to think in terms of probabilities. Do not think in terms of how the chart looks. Think in probabilities, okay? Sample size, all right? Do not judge your trading on just simply on 5 trades. That's nothing. Are you a scalper? Okay, cool. How many trades do you need to really do to really verify if you are going to be good at scalping or not? At least 50 trades. So if you know you've got a sample size of 50 trades that you need to do, you're going to be careful with your risk management, because you're not going to start opening and putting down the house on each trade because you're a scalper. Nah, man, that's not how it works. The whole point of trading is to stay in the game. Find the sample size, okay? Whether you're a swing trader or a scalper. Swing traders, probably you open about 1 trade a day maybe and hold it for a few days or so. Let's say you do a swing trade of 10 trades in a month, okay? What's your win ratio in that aspect? How do you feel about it? You know, is the system the problem? Is it your trading? Are you risking too much? Are you allowing the trade time to breathe? Okay? It's all about probability, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? In poker, you have a pair of aces, pre-flop. Statistically, if you were to shove all in, you have got the best pair in the game. Then the flop turns. What happens? There's a straight draw. The turn arrives. He hits his card. Your pair of aces, statistically, was the best hand before any cards were put down. You lost. But over a larger sample size, aces are going to win pre-flop when you show the cards, when you go all in. 82% of the time, they're going to win. That's how trading should be. You've got an edge. And in this instance, it's the hybrid system. Over a large sample size, you're going to win. If you apply optimal trading, think in probability, not how much money you can make. The second you start thinking about how much money you can make, you ain't going to be doing well, ladies and gentlemen. Many people say, how much money have you made from this? How much money can I earn from the hybrid system? Forget the money, ladies and gentlemen, because the money means nothing. The money is a byproduct of the success of your understanding of execution. If you open a trade and it goes in your favor, you get money. So what are you going to focus on? You're going to focus on execution, because it's the end result of the trade. It's guaranteed. Your execution is down to the T. You're going to make money. That's how it works. You know? This is the game that we are in, ladies and gentlemen. If there's anything that you take away from this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, it's this. Don't focus on making money whilst trying to make money. Bit of a mad thing there, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? So the only way that you don't pay attention to money is by focusing on the execution. Because if the execution is down, then the money is the byproduct of it. Okay? You know, if you put fuel in your car's going to move. That's it. Just make sure that you put the right fuel. Make sure that you put enough fuel. Yeah? It's the best way I can deliver it to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best way for it. Okay? There are many people in the crypto space that are hyped up. 100x this, 100x that. I did this. Okay, cool. But what happens when you're losing money? Liquidating. This game is not for people to make money with. Do you understand that? The game hasn't been designed for you to make money. It's been designed for you to commit money. Get your money into the charts. That's what Mr. Market Maker wants. He wants you to put liquidity in here, because your liquidity allows him to open a trade, because you want a trade. They advertise these beautiful leverage positions. Happy days, 100x. Yeah, baby. Nah, man. They're traps. If you understand leverage correctly, you can use it correctly, and then you will not experience the madness of leverage. Too many people get liquidated. And that's the purpose of these streams, to keep you in tune with how price is moving, so that you're not buying when price is rising, when Mr. Market Maker is selling at a premium. You buy at a discount. Okay? 1 minute until the 15-minute candle, ladies and gentlemen. 15 minutes until New York fully opens. Things seem to be quieting down right now in the charts. What is Bitcoin going to do next? Okay? What is happening? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. New York breaks in 15. That's true. Listen, remember, New York, okay, is famous for the stop hunts because this is where two marketplaces join. UK and the US. In Forex, it's the most liquid time. Some people actually say, okay, that trading this time of day has its pros and its cons. You can actually get set up for a problem with catching the opens. But when you sit through enough opens, you'll come to understand that the structure that has been happening before the open usually reflects in the open, okay? And it usually plays out, okay? So, here is an example, right? Look at this on the 15-minute time frame of Bitcoin. Yesterday, in the New York session, they followed through to the downside, all right? If we look at Asia, the night before, what were they doing? Yeah, look at Asia. Stop hunt rise drops, stop hunt rise, stopping volume, wicks, blue vectors, all containing price. Asia's preparing the shorts. UK makes it goes down, has one last attempt at marking the shorts at the highest possible point. They start to release. The US says, thank you very much, Asia. Cheers for that. Release to the downside. Allows the New York session to realize the return on their shorts in the previous session. Back down to Asia. What does Asia do? Starts marking up price higher. Happy days. They run through, recover all the positions for the New York session. UK session does exactly the same thing. New York steps in, stop hunt rise, build the shorts at the highest possible point, reverse it back down, following through with their position building to the downside. New York session shifting back up. Now, if we do see Bitcoin collapse, okay, this last week's low is going to be a very important point in the chart, ladies and gentlemen. We know what New York is like. We want to see a clean break up into this range, hitting that 800 EMA on the 50-minute time frame, and of course on the 200 EMA on the 1-hour time frame. They don't break this range, then we are in for a problem. But so far, things look like they are trying to do that. They're trying to move higher. Haven't had a violation of the 5 and 13 EMA on the 15-minute time frame just yet. Things have started to slow down. New York opens fully in 10 minutes time, or the New York markets open 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. US. All right? So we're going to see exactly where we are. If you are new to TradingView as well and you want to try and change your times for New York itself, just try and find 5. Where is it? New York. Where is New York? Right here. There it is right there. All right? 10 more minutes until the bell starts to ring. Ding, ding, ding. New York is open. Stock market open. Are we going to get gap ups, gap downs? Let's have a look at the E-minis right here to have an understanding of that. New York NASDAQ is pulling down. Okay, so there's a test of the moving averages right here. We could see the rise, retrace, continuation on the hope that that is the case. All right. Still looking for gold. Second, sentiments pull back down after the news announcements. Dollar yen. Look at that mad. Look at that. Ain't stopping. Which could be a problem for Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. Could be that problem because Bitcoin has been rising the same time dollar yen has been rising. So the disparity between the two hasn't actually changed. Because usually when dollar rises, Bitcoin drops. All of a sudden, we're seeing Bitcoin rising as well as dollar as well. Okay, so it's all going to be revealed in the next 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes time, we will know exactly where we stand. Let's have a look again at the book map. Let's actually look at some altcoins, ladies and gentlemen, whilst we're waiting for that to happen. Let's have a look at who's actually doing a good job today. All right, here we go. Where we got? What have we got? Chromia. Oh, let me just change that. Come on. Here we are. Chromia has seen a nice move to the upside, guys. So here we go. Nice play right there by Chromia. Shifting out to the upside. Rise, retrace, continuation. Of course, when you see this behavior, ladies and gentlemen, after the move has happened, you want to pay, you want to be cautious with this sort of situation. You don't want to be buying into this coin like this. You want to wait for the retrace to come back and test the range and the commitment. And then if the commitment is present, we will see the continuation happen to the upside yet again. Okay, so we've got the move up. We've got the retrace. Where is it? There it is. Rise, retrace, continuation out. We want to see a test of this psychological range. Price may consolidate in this area. Last week's high could be a promise later on, but we're going to wait and see if the retrace happens first. Render token has seen some good movement. Nice structural plays. We've got a bit of a structure right here, which they've actually done and followed through with. We've got the rise, the retrace, and then we've got the continuation out. Look how they come back up into the previous wick, previous zone right there. They've moved out of the range. 5 and 13 EMA have held the zone. Rise, retrace, continuation out. Happy days. GRT's looking very promising. It's consolidating very well. Actually, I need to look at GMT as well. GMT looks like it's doing very good. Not GMT. Yeah, there it is. Here we go. Still holding those gains, man. This is unbelievable. This coin is doing wonders. Brilliant move to the upside. Okay. Keeping an eye on that coin. Let's just actually have a look at GL. Oh, where is it? Crypto. GLMR. What's that saying? Moving up nicely. We've had some nice volatility with GLMR. So that's doing pretty well to hold this range. All right. We have got Alice. Great play by Alice. Nice W structure right here. Shifting out to the upside. We have got Bates token. Bit of volatility coming up towards the upside right here. Carver slowly crawling up. So everything seems like it's doing pretty well. Testing the 50 EMA. Could we see the movement? Ava token pulling back down. Standard behavior, man. They're all consolidating just before New York. Luna doing a good job. 93 is what we want after this rise, retrace, continuation out. Moving averages are compressed together. So we are expecting an expansion in this range. And they're building inside of the psychological areas. I know a couple of the guys are actually trading Luna quite a bit. Pedro, I know you like Luna. Okay, Frogsby, I know you're on the Luna game itself. Let me just actually have a look at Ethereum for a second. Pulling back down again. All right, we've got a little bit of aggressive behavior coming in from Ethereum. Let me just bring Bitcoin back up again just to make sense of this behavior. It's coming back down yet again. There it is. There's that sharp play right there. See, we've got a bit of a rejection. Now they're coming into this 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame. Let's make sense of that. Are they marking price down, coming towards the test of the VWAP right here? All right, so we want to see the liquidity coming in. Red, bubbles, delta. To this downside, they're working the bids. They're buying up because people are selling into the bids right now. So we've got long liquidations coming in after this move up. So we need to wait and see. Here it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be holding this area. Ideally, that's what we want to see Bitcoin doing, holding this range to try and anticipate a move back up. Double top formation, multi-side, a multi-session M right there. Is this the reversal? Are we in line for the reversal, ladies and gentlemen? Are they going to get busy? Because if they break the VWAP here, then there's a bit of a problem. Okay? Yesterday's high coming into a test potentially, so we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful with this zone because it structurally looks like a rise, retrace, continuation, but we've got this M play right here, rejection of the 200 EMA on the 1 hour and the 15-minute 800 EMA. Okay? Let's just see what happens now. We've got 7 more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I want to pay attention to price action in this zone right here. I'm going to be paying attention right in this zone. Here we go. Right, 1,600 of you are with me right now. Mad love and respect. Again, if you haven't subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can check in with us. Today is the final day that I do this live stream. We won't be doing a live stream tomorrow. Actually, it all depends on what happens with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does something manic, you know I'm going to be there doing a live stream for you, ladies and gentlemen. Other than that, I'll be doing a video tomorrow around about New York time. Here we go. We're actually breaking into that VWAP right there. This is the commitment point. This is where we will know where we stand. Right now, longs are being liquidated in this zone from this move to the upside. Look at this. Delta at the highest point, selling at a premium. People are buying at a premium. They reverse it back down. The principle now is being applied. People are now selling at a discount. Market maker is buying at a discount. And we're now waiting for the turn for this point if the VWAP is going to hold. Because look, liquidations happened in this zone right here. Now we've got the same story of liquidation. So 77, 62. They may be slowing down on this move to the downside. So let's see if the proof of the move is present. All right, let's see if that is going to be the case. They've come back into the 39,500 zone, but they haven't broken fully through it just yet. Psychological low hasn't been tested in a while, but except in this zone right here, M3 pivot has been confirmed and they've moved away from it. So we're waiting for New York to show its hand, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get a 50k face reveal celebration? We need to do a 50k face reveal celebration. We need to do an 80k. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for moving the channel to 80k. It has been an unbelievable journey. And all the beautiful people that I've been speaking to throughout the channel, mad love and respect to all you people, man. It has been an honor to serve you all, you know. But the days continue. The hunt will always continue, ladies and gentlemen. We will always be here at the charts. Bitcoin right now has just made this sharp move down lower. I need to make sense of that. There it is. What's down here? How much liquidity is there? All right, this makes sense. Come on. What price point is that? All right, this is stressing me out right now. This is really stressing me out. I need to kill this one right here. Wait. Come on, here it is right there. Days. Man, I'm getting stressed out with this. Bitcoin coming back up. Did they hit that liquidity? Right, look. $49 million worth of longs were liquidated at 39,587. And they didn't even come for the 93 down there at 39,446. Let's assume, okay, for 39,446, that will put us in this area right here, which would be yesterday's high, okay? If those guys haven't been liquidated or they don't liquidate those guys, then those guys should consider paying themselves. If they do come down towards this point, ladies and gentlemen, then New York structure may be designed in the brinks to initiate another move higher as a stop hunt, which could finish in this zone and then try and move down again. But it's all down to what they do in this area here. So are they going to run towards 93 million first, or are they going to start taking out this liquidity up here? This is what we're waiting for. We are waiting for this. 4 minutes until the start of New York, ladies and gentlemen. Some liquidity. Here we go. We've got test of the VWAP right there. Delta's coming in. They've contained the range. What we got? 150 Bitcoin absorbed in this area here. Buying at a discount, or they're just going to collapse price below because it seems like they want those liquidations. This is the zone right here. For 39,446 right there, where they can pick up 194 Bitcoin, but we know that there's the liquidations for the longs in this zone, but they haven't broken below the VWAP right there. So this could be an interesting point in the chart. Let's go to the 3-minute time frame and understand what's going on in there. 1, 2, 3 hits lower, still holding the 200 EMA. 5-minute time frame, aggressive move down, holding the range above the 50, below the 50, but within the 200 EMA. Got this point right here of the daily open, which they were last consolidating from, which was the initiation of the imbalance to the upside. So we're going to wait and see. This area here I'm not too keen with, right? They've done a good job of coming away from the psychological high. They could actually bring it down, ladies and gentlemen. They could run towards the liquidity right here. But we want to see the test. We want the test of this range. We really want the test, and that's what they're doing right now. Big vector candle, is it? Is it a vector? Not a vector just yet. So that's good news. If it's not a vector candle just yet. 1.5 minutes until the start of New York, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your horses, man. It might get a little bit interesting right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. I don't want to keep this stream too long as well, guys. So let's see what we get. Here we go. 1 more minute. What are they going to do in this area, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear me loud and clear? Yes, you are watching the sports. You are watching the sports of psychology right here. Who's going to win? The buyers, the sellers, market maker, retail trader. This is what you're looking for. Who is building the positions? Who's trapping? Who's getting ready to trick all of retail? Yeah? Here we go. Here we go. 39 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. 39 seconds. Let's just quickly have a look at Ape. Is Ape doing anything? I know Ape is doing something interesting. I've been keeping an eye out on Ape. It's at the all-time highs, actually, is it? Where you at, Ape? Come on, this is taking too long. Ape, happy days to the upside for Ape, ladies and gentlemen. Patrons, you know exactly what we're talking about with that bad boy right there. Here we go, back into Bitcoin. Movement is happening. Here we are. Come on, 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. I'm looking for the nudge. Here we go. Clusters of orders building up in this area. I want to see that liquidity coming in. 5 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Vector candle right there. Violet vector candle. Happy days. It didn't turn red. Didn't break the 50. Here we go. New York fully opens in 30 minutes. The futures markets opens in 30 minutes. Yes, but right now, New York, 9 a.m. Banks are opening, money's flowing, people at the charts, they're getting ready to hit the day. The bell is going, pit traders are there, and this is what it is. Here we go. Right now, here we go, 9 a.m., 25 seconds into 9 a.m. Look, they're getting aggressive. There's that move. There's that move. 39,446 was where the $100 million worth of liquidations were. $93 million worth of liquidations for the longs. They came down. They haven't taken it just yet. Look at that big delta bubble right there. Breaks below the VWAP right there. Let's see if there's proof of this. Are they going to actually hit this lower and try and come back up towards the futures markets and likely come back up into this range? Remember, this is a 15-minute time frame. We've just seen a little bit of volatility coming into the chart. This is really interesting. 77,000 liquidations right there. $74,000 worth of liquidations in this little area right here. Are they going to start tapping into the 39,446? That's where the longs are at. Or are they going to move back higher? Are they trying to commit traders short? Get them to start adding more liquidity so that they can run up and take it out of them? Or are they just going to run to the downside and recover all of this move? Remember, $1.9 billion worth of options expires tomorrow, 8 a.m. UTC. That's what the time is, I believe. Okay, if it's below 39k, it's a problem for the market makers. If it's above 39k, it's a problem for the short the bear traders, bearish options, sorry. Okay, here we go. We've got this delta coming in. It's still increasing. Absorbing liquidity right there, trading below the VWAP. Might be a problem for this move higher. It's Thursday. Are we going to do a midweek reversal? How deep is it going to go? It needs to stay within this structure right here of 39,170 for it to be okay for this move up, to anticipate a retrace, continuation to the upside. Because they've tested the psychological low in this area here, moved away. Now they're coming into that zone again. So we want to see the test of the 50 on the 15-minute time frame. So we've got to sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. You love this. How fast can Tino go? Ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you're considering joining the Patreon, all right, do not join the Patreon before the end of the month. Don't do it. You do it at the start of a new month. Okay, so give it the 1st or the 2nd. Be safe. Do it on the 2nd, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to consider joining the Patreon, because you will get charged twice. If you were to join today, you will get charged again at the start of the new month. So don't do anything this side of the month. Wait until the start of a new month. That way you're going to get access to all the content that has been put up in the last month. There's 54 masterclass sessions in there, 56 after today and yesterday. So there's a lot of information on learning the hybrid system in all aspects of the charts, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful community in there, and everyone is helping everyone in there as well. So mad love and respect if you do consider doing so. Okay, right, look, big move, 455. They've hit that. They nearly hit it. Have they hit it? 41.8. They've done it. They've hit that 100 million. It has to have been hit. $93 million worth of longs have been liquidated at 39,446. The chart shows that they've come into that zone and they've moved back away from it. Look, delta's increasing. So they're running for shorts. They're selling. Look, it's increasing. Delta's increasing. We can expect a change very shortly. How long are they going to be marking price down for? Because Bitcoin structurally hasn't broken down anywhere yet. Still within this range right here from the last time they based out in this zone. So keep an eye out. This is a turning point for us. Because if they can't hold this range, Bitcoin's just going to run down to the liquidity towards 38,865. And that's happy days for the guys in the bearish options plays. Okay, so they will be in the money. All right? And we're trying to see if they're going to allow that to happen. Mr. Market Maker, is he going to allow it to happen to get like that? Okay. Biden fell again. Okay. Dollar index is still pumping. There you go, man. No phone call from Steve. I think Steve is trying to do something. You know? I think Steve is trying to do something. Billy from Philly, what's good, my bro? How you doing, my man? How you doing? Okay, then, so taking a closer look into the chart, I might actually have to understand what are they actually trying to do here. Let me just bring this option up. I need to bring Coinbase Pro up. Okay, and once I actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. We've got a little bit of movement here. First vector candle right there, ladies and gentlemen. Still not breaking down. Holding the M3 pivot. Remember the game with pivots, ladies and gentlemen. You wait for the rise, retrace into the pivot, continuation to the upside to test the pivots, to test the pivots movement. Still holding in and around this VWAP zone. Lots of liquidations have been hitting this zone. 220, 33 Bitcoin absorbed at 39,400 nearly. Haven't taken it just yet. This is really important, ladies and gentlemen. This is a turning point. Big delta to the downside. You know what we said about the delta? It happened up here. Why can't it happen down here as well? That will solidify Mr. Market Maker's attempt. Okay? So here we go. We're waiting for that play right there, ladies and gentlemen. Is it going to actually happen? Bitcoin all of a sudden has frozen. What is the story? What's going on? Are we due for a phone call? Are we due for a phone call? What is going to happen? We need to keep an eye out on this, ladies and gentlemen. We need to keep an eye out on this because it could be pretty interesting if they do decide to play this game with us. Let's see if they do actually snap back. Here we go. Big delta, nearly 1,000 Bitcoin absorbed in this zone. People sold, market maker buys, and now we're seeing price coming back up. Can they do it? Can we see a return back up above the VWAP? This is really important, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Can they do this? What time is it? 5 minutes in. All right, then. New York is on its way. We've got the futures markets happening very shortly. 25 minutes time. We're getting a phone call, ladies and gentlemen. Getting that phone call. Wait there. I need to answer it. Hello, Steve. I can't hear anything. I can't hear anything from Steve. That must mean something. I can't hear anything from him. Who's trying to call me? Mike, is it you? Or is it Steve? What's happening? What's the story? Bots are creating a fake dip, maybe. Maybe. Message me, I don't know. It's not Steve. It's Mike. Does Mike know something? Does Mike know something about what is happening? If Steve is Steve, I'm out of here. Oh, man. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, what time is it now? We're at 10 past 2. We've had a little bit of an interruption by Mr. Market Maker Steve. Or was it Steve? Was it Mike? Has he hacked into the phone call? Steve is the market maker, ladies and gentlemen. He is a good friend of mine. All right? And it was quite interesting how he hasn't actually called us today. Here we go. I'm waiting for a delta to come in to push up, man. It's very interesting that we've seen this sort of behavior. This is a very important point. Tim P, what's happening? You got your $5 salary today and giving it to top. No, man, you shouldn't have done that, bro. Have a drink on me, my friend. You shouldn't have done that. All right, then, guys, what we're waiting for here, guys, is the test of this zone. There's a reason why Bitcoin has frozen. Why has everything paused? Okay, this is the question. What has caused a pause in the charts? All right. Now, if this pause for Bitcoin is in anticipation for the New York session futures to open, then we should see the volatility coming into the charts. We know it's Thursday, midweek reversal. So this is a key point. If Bitcoin is going to move out, okay, then we're going to see the movement happen to the upside. Are they going to do a repeat of yesterday? Yeah? Are they going to do a repeat? stop on rise, smack it down to only bring it back up, or they're going to bleed the range. Psychological low, 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, need to hold. Okay, this is our range right here. Okay, right, listen. Why did it come up as Mike? It wasn't Mike. I thought it was Mike. It wasn't Mike. What on earth? It wasn't Steve. We have someone else involved, ladies and gentlemen. We may have been hacked. We may have been hacked. Bitcoin's not moving. We get a phone call and it's not from Steve. What's the story? Something sinister is happening, ladies and gentlemen. On that note, I will love you and leave you. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will check in with you beautiful people later on tonight. Take care of yourselves, family. New York futures in 20 minutes. Keep an eye on the charts. Trade safely. I've got nothing but love for you all. Take care of yourselves. Peace.